I knew when the call would come. The wee hours of the morning have always been my favorite time. No one was on the streets but me, and all the lights had been out for hours. I waited at the end of the alley, hiding in the weeds, adrenaline pulsing through my veins. My heart was pounding. Any moment now. Light footsteps approached. I turned my head and saw him. Johnny Stanesky, a high school freshman so uncouth. You couldn't believe it. Short, skinny, and socially awkward. Johnny always failed to understand the simplest nuances of conversation. It was so easy to gain his trust and lure him from the safety of his bedroom in the middle of the night. I adjusted my mask and came out of hiding. "Johnny," I said. "You can't." Johnny flinched slightly, seeing me. He seemed to have forgotten why he had come. Finally, he came to his senses and spoke. "Yes, sir?" I smiled. "Are you ready to have your wish granted?" Any trace of fear in Johnny's voice vanished. "Yes, sir, I am." "Good," I said. "Now come with me." I put an arm around Johnny's shoulder and led him down the bike paths and side streets to the one place that seemed to appeal to him most. "The basketball court?" Johnny asked, his voice shaky again. "Yeah," I said. "Of course. Isn't it your wish to play basketball with the other boys?" His eyes lost in a faraway look. I could have sworn tears were forming in the moonlight. "Yes," he said. "I ask them every day, but they never let me play." The tone of his voice lowered. "Don tells me to leave. He always says, I'm too short, ... and too stupid, ... Do you really think you are those things, Johnny?" I asked. "No," he answered quickly. "I know I'm not stupid. You don't have to be smart to play sports." His candor and complete lack of irony almost made me burst out laughing. Luckily, he spoke again before I got the chance. "But," he added, "I'm definitely too short." He slumped his shoulders and bowed his head dramatically, like a cartoon character would. Typical Johnny. "Well," I said, "cheer up, Johnny, because you're in luck. Tonight, we're gonna make you taller." His eyes widened and a smile crept onto his lips. "Really? How?" I pulled out a rope I had tied around my waist and held it up for Johnny to see. "With this," I said. "We'll stretch you out." Johnny's smile disappeared. He blinked for a moment, clearly trying to figure out how such a thing could work. Finally, he asked, "Will it hurt?" "It's never hurt anyone I've stretched before," I said. That was enough. His smile returned and he let out a delighted laugh. Poor, silly little Johnny. I told Johnny to sit still and wait while I hurried to grab a nearby trash can. We flipped it over and positioned it just under one of the basketball hoops. The metal link connecting the panel to the pole seemed sturdy enough for our plan. Finally, I called Johnny. "Now," I said, "get in this basket." The boy complied, like a trained dog eager to receive his reward for obedience. "Very good," I said. "Now, take this rope and tie one end just above you." I watched carefully as he did so. "That's good. There. Now pull on it. Is it strong? Good." I could feel the thrill of excitement through me. We almost had it. "Now," I continued, "I'll tie the other end around your neck." "My neck?" asked Johnny. "Well, yes," I said, as if it was the most natural thing in the world. "How else do you think we're going to stretch you?" Satisfied, Johnny offered no resistance as I wrapped and knotted the rope around his neck. "Now, Johnny," I said, injecting as much drama and suspense into my voice as I could. "When I pull the trash can out from under your feet, you'll be stretched out and perfect to play basketball. Are you ready?" "Yes," he said. I could see he was shaking all over. It was time to act before he changed his mind. A blow sent the trash can flying. The rope suddenly stretched. A loud bang echoed through the deserted basketball court. Then everything fell silent. I looked down at Johnny and my blood ran cold. Not only had the rope not snapped, the force of my hit must have strangled him. Johnny lay motionless on the ground, Oh no, I thought, panic rising within me. What had I done? Peter appeared next to me. He's dead, I said, feeling guilty. I know, Peter replied calmly. I've been watching you for a while. What did you expect? I didn't mean to kill him, I said. I just wanted to scare him off. Peter shook his head. Don't be stupid. You know what happens when you give these losers a second chance at life. But I don't want to kill anyone else, I said. Then don't save people who don't deserve it, Peter replied. Like who? For example, like Dan, I said, surprised by my own audacity. Peter raised his eyebrows. So you want to kill him, huh? Well, I said, taken aback by his reaction. If he doesn't deserve to live, then yeah. Peter stared at me for a moment. Then he started laughing. Come on, Dan, he said. Let's get out of here. As we walked away from the dead body of Johnny Stankescu, I heard a faint voice calling for help. I stopped in my tracks. What was that? I asked Peter. He shrugged. I didn't hear anything, but I distinctly heard the voice say, help me. Was it a trick of the moonlight? Had I really imagined it? Or was someone watching us, waiting for its chance to strike?